What's good, Ravens fans? It's your boy JG, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that's being revealed to us as Ravens fans. Lamar Jackson has been out for several games, and a couple things have been revealed to us that I want to talk about. And these things are going to hurt some of us, but I'm going to jump right into it. Subscribe. Now, there are three things that have been revealed since Lamar Jackson has gone out. The first one is that Greg Roman is not good. And we all knew this, but it was really hard to argue because Greg Roman has always had the Ravens as one of the top offensive teams in the league. We know when Lamar Jackson won MVP, he was the #1 offensive coordinator in the league. He literally had the best offense in the league. The year after that, they were a top 5 offense, doing a lot of great things. And then the year after that, they were also in the top of the league until Lamar Jackson got hurt. But because it was the end of the season and there was a lot of other injuries, it was hard to pin it directly on Greg Roman. However, this year, where you have most of your players there, right, other than the receivers, but the receivers don't really matter because the Ravens don't even use receivers when they're healthy, to be honest. So we have had a clear view into what the issues of our offense is. And the scheme just does not allow players to be great. Now, again, I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, it doesn't matter who your second string is, it's always going to look rough. Yes, but with other teams, when their second strings come in, their quarterbacks can throw for more than 150 yards a game, right? The Tennessee Titans, even though they were eliminated, their quarterback was throwing for more yards than our quarterback has. We know the Eagles, their quarterback has been doing better than our quarterback has. The Cleveland Browns didn't have their quarterback for a lot of weeks. They were doing better than our quarterback did. We know the San Francisco Niners for sure have 3 quarterbacks who are outperforming our quarterbacks when Lamar Jackson was out. So we know that the strict issue, the #1 issue is Greg Roman now. There's no questions about it. When you ask, hey, why is it that the offense without Lamar Jackson is the worst offense in the league? The worst offense in the league. The answer has to be Greg Roman. It cannot be anyone else. And hopefully John Harbaugh sees that and makes adjustments based on that. Another thing that I believe was revealed was the greatness of J.K. Dobbins. And I want to talk about this because not a lot of us are applauding J.K. Dobbins the way that J.K. Dobbins needs to be applauded. Now, all the other offensive skill players on our team without Lamar Jackson have played worse. Mark Andrews has played worse. The receivers have played worse, right? When we talk about players like Gus Edwards, who you would think would have the same level playing field as a J.K. Dobbins because they both were injured coming into the year. They're both running backs, so they both get the benefits of an offensive line that is successful. We think that they would have similar stats. However, it's clear that J.K. Dobbins, without Lamar Jackson, is the only player that you can say has stayed at the same level of consistency or even gotten better. Now, again, that's a little weird because he was injured, but for sure, the same level of consistency. Why is that? The reason is that J.K. Dobbins has proven to us, this absence has shown us that J.K. Dobbins is a player that can do this on his own. He does not need Lamar Jackson to be great, and I think he'll continue doing it even when Lamar gets back. An example of this in the league, guys, that you guys all know is DeAndre Hopkins. For a lot of years, DeAndre Hopkins was in Houston, and he had some terrible, terrible coaches, some terrible, terrible quarterbacks. Then he got Deshaun Watson, who was a great quarterback when he was with the Houston Texans. Now, you might say, oh, well, wouldn't DeAndre Hopkins have 1 or 2, 3 good years with that quarterback? The answer is no. He was one of the best receivers when the quarterbacks were bad, when the coordinators were bad, when the team around him was bad. He was one of the best receivers. And I think J.K. Dobbins has that ability as well to be one of the best running backs in the league once he gets healthy, with or without Lamar Jackson. And that is something that we need on this team. If all of our talent comes and surrounds Lamar Jackson, it's going to be hard when teams figure a game plan out to slow Lamar Jackson. But with J.K. Dobbins, that's someone that you can give the ball 15 to 18 times a game and think to yourself, I truly can possibly win a game if he goes off and Lamar Jackson does not. a lot of players don't have that ability on their teams. The great teams do. The San Francisco 49ers for sure do. The Chiefs, for example, they can give the ball to Travis Kelce and he can have 3 touchdowns, over 80 yards after the catch. That's not a Patrick Mahomes win. That's a Travis Kelce win. And I think that J.K. Dobbins has the same ability. Now, the last thing that has been shown to us, unfortunately, is sad, is that Tyler Huntley may not be as talented yet as we thought he was. Going into the season, I honestly thought Tyler Huntley was the best backup quarterback in the league, mainly because of the fit and because of the talent. However, with the season going the way that it is going, it's kind of obvious to us now, guys, that we don't really have all the skills to pay the bills without Lamar Jackson in. Here's the hard truth. If Huntley is one of the best second string quarterbacks in the league, your offense can't be the worst offense in the league without your first string quarterback. And I don't want to knock Huntley because I think he's a great guy and I even think he has talent. However, I only go by the numbers, and the numbers are telling us something. The numbers are telling us that Tyler Huntley is not the best second string quarterback in the league. And it's also telling us that we may need to even explore other options, because you cannot go from a okay offense to the worst offense in the league because you don't have a quarterback. Now, this may change when Greg Roman is gone, but it is very possible that the Ravens choose to stay with Greg Roman. And if that is the case, then it's imperative. It's imperative that the Baltimore Ravens make a decision and maybe move on from Huntley, because we really have not seen the fruits of the labor of keeping him on in a backup role. Now, he may love Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson may love him, and that may be different. And because of that, it may push us to say, hey, instead of getting rid of him, instead of trying to find another backup, let's just try to develop him more and more and more. But the truth of the matter is, when you take into the numbers, he is not what I thought he was. And unfortunately, I do not think he has the skills to pay the bills in the league right now. He can always develop, but right this second, you can't be the leader of the worst offense in the league over the past 4 weeks and have me buy into you. It just doesn't work, and I wouldn't do that with any other team or any other quarterback. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think was revealed. I want to know. Lamar Jackson's absence has been eye-opening, and hopefully you guys know some things and you guys saw some things that I didn't see, and I'll comment in the comments below. Thanks, and go Ravens.